Hello and welcome to This is Paris, your weekly visit behind the scenes of French champions Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, fireworks in Saint-Étienne as Paris light up les Verts.
Felices por el partido que hicimos, por el resultado.
Thilo Kehrer looks back at his long layoff with injury.
En ce moment, je juste pensé, ok, quelque chose, c'est pas normal.
The last ever Coupe de la Ligue begins away to Le Mans.
On a joué sérieux.
And we sit down with Mauro Icardi, already feeling right at home.
Intento hablar mucho con mis compañeros.
On Saturday, December 14th, Paris Saint-Germain headed to La Forez to take on Saint-Étienne in the final Ligue 1 match of the weekend.
Merci. Merci pour eux.
The Stade Geoffroy Guichard was the setting, a stadium where Paris are undefeated since September 2008 in Ligue 1. Les Rouges et Bleus were also looking to extend their lead at the top of the table after second-place Marseille were held away to Metz. Thomas Tuchel's men made the perfect start. Less than 10 minutes in, Leandro Paredes blasted home from the edge of the area through a forest of players. I think Juan shot, the ball was cleared off the line. It went very high, and when it came down, I hit it on the volley.
Il fait beaucoup de buts pendant
He scores a lot of goals in training. He really needed to score one in a match. I'm very happy for him because he deserves it. He waited a long time to play and now he's here. He's taken his responsibilities and provided a lot of quality to our play. That's good. Very good. The goal was eventually awarded to Neymar Jr. Paris were in front and Paris were dominating. 18 minutes in, Thomas Meunier's shot drew a fine save from Ruffier in the Saint-Étienne goal. Behind on the scoreboard, Les Verts soon found themselves a man down. Aoulou sent off for that tackle on Paredes. A goal and a man to the good, Paris turned up the ante, Ruffier keeping his side in it. And then on the stroke of half-time, Paris broke Santé's resistance a second time. Kylian Mbappé firing home from Neymar's pass to double the lead. Keylor Navas wasn't called upon in the first half, but he needed to be on his game to deny Denis Bouanga just after the restart. It was a let-off for Paris, who almost added another when Angel Di Maria's volley crashed against Ruffier's post from Neymar's cross. Neymar Jr. then hit that same post just a few minutes later from the penalty spot. We're playing with good structure. Everyone respects the spaces. We were able to find Ney and Angel a lot, and they had space to accelerate. Mauro and Kylian are very dangerous in the front line together. We're strong at the moment. We like playing together, and we have good intensity in our game. So everything is looking very good. Paris Saint-Germain added a third midway through the second half when Mauro Icardi latched on to Leven Kurzava's cross. (3-0) and then 4-0. At 20 years, 11 months and 25 days old, Kylian Mbappe became the youngest player to reach the 70-goal mark in Ligue 1 in the last 50 years. We're very happy with our performance. It was a big win, and we're very happy. It's important for the confidence, just like the last game. We're really very happy.
El partido anterior tampoco, así estamos muy contentos.
We worked hard, always together, with a lot of aggressiveness, against the ball. We won a lot of balls, we controlled the game in the opposing team's half, we created a lot of chances. It was another very good performance. I'm very happy. It was a deserved win. A good win.
C'était le premier match de Ligue 1.
It was the first match of the Ligue 1 season. We played against Nîmes. At the end of the game, there was a passage of play. It wasn't anything violent or strong. And with the adrenaline in the game and everything, I didn't feel really any pain. That came afterwards. At that point, I just thought, this is not normal.
C'est pas normal.
Honestly, this morning it was even more painful. It's quietened down. The first few days you need to take care of it with crutches. And then we'll see how it goes.
Commence à évoluer.
I'm happy to be here with Cyril. He's always positive. When he drinks his coffee, it's always positive. He's going well. The first objective is to try and relieve him of a little bit of the pain with painkillers. Make the pain go away. Above all, we have to let it heal quietly, get back to walking properly without crutches. For the moment, that's the objective. The injury was a complete rupture of the plantar fascia. We still needed to do medical tests because it's not a normal injury like a hamstring injury or a muscle injury. This was really rare. For the first few weeks we did a lot of mobility, a lot of upper body stuff to keep in shape. We did cardio on the bike, stability and strength exercises in the gym.
Exercices de stabilité, de force en salle.
It's also right under the foot. There's not much blood circulation there. That's why it's a bit difficult to manage. And it's still painful sometimes.
C'est encore douloureux des fois. On est parti ensemble.
We went to Qatar to do some tests. Because they have a little bit different technology from here.
Il y a des technologies un peu différentes qu'ici.
If you're feeling any sensations of any issues, hold on and jump off. No problem. Any pain when you get to the front?
32.3 degrees.
Okay, one more.
32.1 degrees.
And again.
Le moment quand c'est clair de retenir.
When it's time to go back onto the training pitch with the squad, back on the field,
À l'entraînement sur le terrain,
it's a really good feeling because it means everything is fine.
Voilà, c'est clair.
It's the end of the rehabilitation.
Tout va bien et c'est juste à la fin de réhabilitation.
It also means that you're not far from playing again.
De jouer, de rejouer et oui, c'est vrai que
It's true that it's a bit like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
un peu comme l'image, on voit la lumière à la fin du tunnel. Pour moi, c'est un bon moment.
For me, it's a good time after an injury as long as the one I've had. It's good to get back on the pitch at the Parc des Princes, with the team, on the field. It's really good.
Ça fait vraiment plaisir.
The Paris Saint-Germain women's team ended 2019 in stunning fashion, with Olivier Echouafny's side recording a big win in the derby over Paris FC. A 3-0 win and 3 brilliant goals, starting with Marie-Antoinette Katoto's wonderful back heel. Leah Khalifi then doubled the advantage with a superb control and shot on the turn. Before Canadian Footballer of the Year Ashley Lawrence scored a quite remarkable lob from an impossible angle. Two days later, the entire women's team went to the Necker Children's Hospital in the French capital to spend time with the kids as part of the partnership between Paris Saint-Germain and the Necker Children's Hospital. The players went to meet and chat with the kids, offer them some early Christmas gifts, and above all, share a nice moment with them. It's always nice to give a little happiness to people who are struggling a bit. Spending just a few minutes with sick kids and seeing their smile, it's heartwarming. It's a great pleasure for us. We can see that we really connect with the kids and chat with them. It makes us very happy.
Allez, bon après-midi.
It's important for children to give them a breath of fresh air in their daily life that's not always easy. But it's also important for the players to come and meet these kids, to feel useful, to give them a little bit of their time, a little bit of their energy. At the end of the day, I think everyone comes out with a smile on their face. Coming up on This Is Paris, les Rouges et Bleus begin their assault on the Coupe de la Ligue away to Le Mans. And in just 5 months, Mauro Icardi is already breaking records at the club. Just a day after their win over Saint-Etienne, the Parisians were back on the pitch at the Uridu training centre preparing for their Coupe de la Ligue clash away to Le Mans. They were also out on the pitch when the UEFA Champions League last 16 draw was held. And they now know who they'll play.
Borussia Dortmund.
It's a tough draw. I think they're a team that play very good football. We know their coach well as well. He used to be at Nice. When we played against Nice, they always caused us a lot of problems.
Proposé beaucoup de difficultés pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Contre Lucien, c'est
It's never easy against Lucien because he's a great coach with a lot of qualities. His teams are very strong, very fast, very strong on the counter-attack. They can attack very quickly when they win back the ball. It's difficult to play in Dortmund. It's a special atmosphere, a lot of fans, really football fans, cheering for the BVB.
Qui supporte le BVB.
Everyone says it's a crazy atmosphere, but we're ready for that. We have to be focused, because if we concentrate, we can block everything else out that's going on around us. But the return match will also be a crazy game, because our fans will do the same, or even better. It's really difficult to play at the Parc des Princes against us too. It's a big stadium, a special atmosphere, completely different, but also very difficult to play against us. 3 days after their 14th Ligue 1 victory of the season against Saint-Etienne, Paris Saint-Germain launched its cup season away to Le Mans in the last 16 of the Coupe de la Ligue. For the match, Thomas Tuchel rotated his playing squad and gave Thilo Kehrer his first start since injury on the opening day of the season. The first few minutes were an even affair between the Ligue 1 leaders and their hosts, sitting 18th in Ligue 2. Pablo Sarabia was the first to prove dangerous with that shot over the bar. But Le Mans hit back quickly with a header from Vincent Créan. Paris put their foot on the ball and finally found the breakthrough in the 21st minute. Sarabia getting on the end of a cross from Angel Di Maria. Le Mans responded again with Hamza Hafidi, whose powerful shot flew just wide. It was one last warning before Paris doubled their lead just before the break. Kylian Mbappe taking advantage of Marco Verratti's cheekily, quickly taken free kick to set up Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. 2-0 and then 3-0. Marco Verratti's magnificent pass releasing Kylian Mbappe, who controlled beautifully before blasting an unstoppable shot past Pierre Patron. The French world champion has now scored in his last 6 matches in all competitions, equaling his personal best. Provider for Pablo Sarabia's opener, Angel Di Maria netted the 4th goal of the game from distance. The sellout crowd at the MM Arena did have something to cheer about, though, in the 53rd minute. Harrison Manzala with a superb goal. They even went close to pulling another back, Sergio Rico denying Créan. There was no further change to the score despite a last chance in an added time for Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting. Paris through to the quarter-finals. We played very well, it wasn't easy. Their opponents gave it everything they had. They had nothing to lose. For us, with the state of the pitch, it was a difficult game. To play with precision and to accelerate was hard. But we found space, we scored 4 goals, and we won. Paris Saint-Germain will host Saint-Etienne to the Parc des Princes for a place in the last 4.
On vient de les jouer.
We just played them away. I think it's always an advantage at the park to have our supporters behind us.
Un avantage pour nous d'avoir notre supporter.
We have to focus and play well like today, but I think we have a good chance of going through. It will certainly be a very difficult match. We'll have to play with a lot of intensity to be at our best, to be able to take another step forward in this cup competition. It will be a great match, and we'll do our very best to try and win. Mauro Icardi signed for Paris Saint-Germain on loan from Inter Milan in the final days of the summer transfer market and settled remarkably quickly to life with the French champions. On the score sheet in just his third appearance, he got the winner away to Galatasaray. The Argentine has since written his name into the history books, against Lille becoming the fastest player to score 10 goals for Paris in just 654 minutes.
Empezamos por algo. La verdad que
Well, I didn't know that. It's a source of pride to be able to do this kind of thing, to be part of history of a club like Paris Saint-Germain. It's already been 4 or 5 months since I arrived. I feel right at home. I was lucky to have started very well in the team, with the club. I came here with a lot of motivation to prove myself, to show what I can do on the field. And everything went very well right from the start of the championship. From the first moment I had the opportunity to play, I tried to talk a lot with my teammates, to explain to them what I can do, the runs I can make, so that they know, so that they're prepared when we play. Having good communication, having a good relationship with my teammates makes it much easier to settle into the squad. We have a team that has a lot of quality players. That gives us a lot of possession. What I'm trying to do from my position is to initiate the pressing, to lead the line, to open up spaces and get into the penalty box. With so much possession, teams defend very deep against us and in numbers, and sometimes it's difficult to find space in the box. I try to help my teammates beyond the game with the ball by opening up space and getting out of the way without the ball. It certainly helps the team score goals. One of Kylian's last goals, it was one of my moves to get out of the defense, to the defender follow me, and Kylian was all alone. It's part of the game plan. I always try to be ready to give my teammates an option with my movement, find a way to make myself available, so that they have options of a free player. Then in the box, well, that's what a striker does. He looks for the goal, to score. I prepare myself for that, knowing that when the ball comes, I have to try and score. That's what I do. When there's a chance, when the ball comes, you have to be precise. You have to be lethal. That's what I try to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I define myself in relation to the goal. Today I can say I've scored almost 150 goals, and they're almost all the same. Being lethal in that final move. I've always been like that, since I was a kid. In all the teams I played in, I scored goals. I used to score a lot when I was a kid. I was lucky enough that those goals kept coming when I turned professional. An innate scoring instinct combined with a wide range of technical and tactical skills that he's acquired over the course of his career in Argentina, Spain and Italy.
La verdad que en Barcelona
In Barcelona, I learned a lot on a technical, tactical level.
porque se aprende ya desde
From a very young age, you learn the same philosophy.
Eso seguramente
It helped me a lot to be able to arrive in Italy and understand the game, how to move around in a different way.
moverme de otra manera, que seguramente
In Italy, it wasn't so much like that. It started later.
Se empezó a hacer más tarde.
Arriving there with this idea, this
Llegar con esa idea
philosophy,
me ayudó mucho.
helped me a lot to be an intelligent player on the pitch.
Jugador inteligente dentro del campo,
And then I was
y,
able
pues,
to get
bueno,
used to the physical side of the game and to Italian
a la forma
tactics.
física, a la táctica italiana. Esto seguramente me
All of that
ayudó a
helped me to
formarme lo que
develop
soy
into the
como
player I am today.
jugador. Y siempre se aprende.
But I'm
cada
always
persona
still learning. Everyone is learning. Each person sees football in a different
ve el
way.
fútbol diferente.
I've always listened to all the coaches I've had and to my teammates.
Los entrenadores que tuve,
And when we talk,
compañeros que he
we all
tenido,
try to learn, to listen to each other, and make the most of every word,
aprender y escuchar
every
y
discussion.
tomar lo mejor de cada palabra y de cada charla.